Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Topical Network and I am Ese Idemudia. Our guest for today is Jerry. Jerry is a Nigerian multilinguist. He grew up in Nigeria but has spent part of most of his time in Nigeria, in Nigeria and Francophone countries. He speaks French and other languages around the region. So we are celebrating March 20 is a date set aside to celebrate International French Day. This is an opportunity for everybody around the world to celebrate diversity, culture, and multilingualism among people of the world. So he's a speaker of French and other languages. So Tunde, up to you. Let us know. Say hello to the people and
Bonjour.
Okay.
Vous allez bien?
Yes. So for us that do not understand, could you please explain a bit further?
Bonjour means good morning.
Okay.
Vous allez bien means hope you're fine.
All right. So what is is International French Day? So what is your interest about French? Just let us know what you know about French language and the International Day.
The world has come together
yes.
to celebrate the French speakers.
Okay.
Over 88 countries are part of this, what we call La Francophonie. La Francophonie is for those that speak the language around the world.
Okay.
We have France, we have Canada, we have Benin Republic, we have Togo, we have Senegal, we have Cote d'Ivoire, we have Burkina Faso, and many other countries that comprises, that comes together to form this La Francophonie. What are we celebrating? The French culture, the French language, and the French civilization.
Yes.
That's why we have it today as La Francophonie. The world celebrated to encourage people to speak the language and as well celebrate those that speak the language around the world.
So interesting too. As an individual, you've spent some part of your time in the part of the world, especially West Africa. So just a bit into the culture. So what are those very unique things about French-speaking people?
There are a series of unique things you need to know about the French. One is their food.
Okay.
Have you eaten their food before? Wow. It's always wonderful.
Yeah, French fries, you know, all those bogboro.
Have you heard about croissant?
Oh no.
Oh, that's French bread. Always sweet.
Okay.
Yes. One thing about them is French is welcoming.
Okay.
They are welcoming. When they see stranger, they welcome you. They try to teach you their language so as to be able to communicate with you fluently. The French are unique.
Wow, that is as a young man. So what was your inspiration, your motivation? How are you able, or how were you able to get about or along with these languages?
Languages are one of the things that you need to have as a person to be able to travel around the world.
Yes.
If you want to go to Canada today, speak French and see if you will be well welcomed. If you speak French today, go to France and see if you won't have a fine space around the French-speaking people. You'll be welcome. The French is always interesting to me as a person. I have flair for languages, not just French alone, but other languages.
Yes.
That's why today I'm able to communicate with the deaf fluently with it without hesitating.
Oh
That's
so
American Sign
beautiful.
Language.
Yes.
That's why today I'm able to speak other languages. 2 languages in Benin Republic, 1 in...
So, as a French-speaking multilinguist, and English, Yoruba, amongst other dialects and language, what is your motivation about French? Why do you really like languages?
Well, I would say that it's flair for languages.
Okay.
You need to have flair for languages to be able to speak more than one language.
Okay.
If you have flair for language, what will push you, motivate you to speak this language is by, at first, creating time for it.
Okay.
Then the language requires not at your pace, but sacrifice. You need to input what you call sacrifice, and that involves your time and money.
Okay.
You spend your time, you spend money and other resources just to enable you to speak this language. It's never easy, but learning a new language and speaking a new language where it's not spoken at all is an advantage for you as a person.
Yes, this is so interesting, and this will bring me to the next question, which is where you work presently. I think you are like an intermediary between the French and the English speaking language. So how do you feel when you have to do this? I know some of them may be intermediate learners of both languages. So how do you feel when you get to like, oh, you can write, you read, you explain to them, and they are able to actually trust everything you say? How do you feel? Or how does it make you feel?
Well, personally, if you are asked to speak your language among 2 people that don't speak the language, how do you feel? You feel happy. So it's always interesting to speak a language where those that speak the language are just little or few. So when you're asked to speak a language that interests you, you are always happy. that you have internal joy speaking the language because it makes you feel, I won't say top of the world, but at least you feel elevated. Yes. So
so what are other things you would like the audience to know when learning a language? What are the advantages? What are the interests? Okay, as an individual, what actually inspired you to learn all of this language? Because some people might actually be in a place and they wouldn't even know how to speak the language.
I grew up in an environment, but I always say that I'm autodidactic in the sense that I'm self-taught. My mode of education didn't permit me to have time to learn this language with others. I was isolated, but I took my time, my resources to learn this language, and today I speak the language. But there are definitely some challenges that you come across while learning a new language. It's never easy, but the point is be persistent. Never back off.
Yes.
I have started. I must end it. I must do it.
I must know
learn this language. While learning language, you might be somehow discouraged, but at the point of getting there, just tell yourself, I want to get this thing. I want to speak this language. The language is romantic. It's sweet to speak this language. I want to get it. And you get it. It's not just all about French alone.
Yes.
You might be able to speak German, Spanish, and other foreign languages. So it's never easy, but make it a focal point and you surely get there.
Wow, I like that so much. Interesting to notice that people learn languages for so many reasons. Passion, skills, to get a job, and so he has actually explained to us some of the things or the reasons why it is so interesting and his motivations around this.
But don't forget,
okay,
in the business world, learning a new language is of high advantage for individuals. So learn a new language if possible.
My goodness, this is so good to hear. So what is your last word for our audience as we celebrate the International French Day 2020?
All I will say is je vous remercie pour m'avoir écouté et pour avoir l'idée de apprendre la langue française dans un avenir très très proche.
That is my French master.
What did I say? I'm happy you listen to me and I advise you, or I'm happy that you are having that idea of thinking about learning this language in the nearest future.
Oh my God, this is so gracious and lovely. Thank you, Tunde. It was a very pleasure having you to talk about this, and I'm sure for so many people this is a lot of inspiration. Yes, learning a language opens up our mental thinking, diversification, culture, and every other thing that revolves around it. And I'm sure this is one of also the reason why United Nations celebrates some of these activities or International World Days over the year, to integrate people together, to bring people together so that we actually know that we are one in this world. Thank you so much for having us here, and to our audience, we say thank you for listening to us. Do have a very pleasant day. Let's say bye-bye to them.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Bye.